Okay, folks, for the midterm exam, I thought I would try something a little bit different. Hopefully it's familiar enough, though, that it's not really confusing. The essay question is going to be made up sort of like our discussion boards. I'm going to ask you a central question, then you're going to have three elements that you can respond to. The question is going to be a generic one that covers the period between the Civil War and World War II. The three elements are going to deal with three specific aspects of that. One will be warfare, one will be labor history, and one will be gender history, women's history. I'm going to show you the pictures, and they're going to show up on this video in a few minutes. There's also a link to those pictures on the exam site, so you can get them and look at them at your leisure. Print them out if you want to. But what I want you to do is take a look at those pictures, and this is a really excellent textbook. This is one of the reasons I like this textbook, because it talks about the pictures that are in it. In fact, every single chapter you've had so far has a section called Images as History, and it tells you how to examine these pictures, or have pictures like these. What I want you to do is take these pictures, and they should look familiar to you, and examine them in a two-tiered way. The first thing I want you to do is tell me what you see in the picture and how that relates to the development of that aspect of history. There are going to be some military pictures, labor pictures, women's pictures. Tell me about where they fit into the story of the picture and describe, or in the story of the history, and describe to me what you see in the picture. Okay, so part of the answer is going to be a description of the picture itself. The other part of the answer, though, is going to be putting the picture into its context in history. So these three photos, or these three images, are going to be about the history of the period. I also want you to discuss the history in between the pictures. I want you to discuss the process, the context of the history. So two aspects. One, talk to me about what you see in the image. Two, talk to me about the history of the topic. Only pick one, like in the discussion boards, either war or labor or women. Talk about the images and talk about the history. Now remember, this essay question is worth as much as all those multiple choices you did combined. So be sure and give it a fair amount of history. Refer to the primary sources whenever you can, and make sure that you give me a complete answer. Again, if you have any problems with this, contact me as soon as you can, and we'll get the exam reset for you. You might want to write your essay in a Word document of some sort that you can cut and paste into Blackboard. That way, if there's some kind of a problem with the software, you'll have a record of what you've written so far. All right? Good luck with it. The first three images are images of war. These are images that come from three of the significant military conflicts that the United States found itself in between the period of the Civil War and World War II. Discuss these images, not only what you see, but also the development of United States military power and what that meant for the country. The second set of images are images of labor, again, scattered during the period between the Civil War and World War II. Discuss these images, what's in them, talk about American labor history and the impact it had upon society. The final three images are images of women. Again, analyze these pictures not only for what you see in them, but also the developments in the roles of women, their place in society, their rights, their privileges, and the limitations that they still faced.